Steve neglected to tell the gentlemen they would all come face to face with each other, but David, Brandon, and Carlos are with us in the front row of our audience now. Jolie's up here on the banquette with us. Now, Jolie, that's the first time that you heard that. I would be in tears. You're holding together quite well, I think.
Thank you very much.
I mean, I think that was a little bit rough, personally.
I agree.
Now, how did it feel to listen to that? This is the first time you've ever heard any of that. So how did you receive that?
The way I received it is that it's a little upsetting because it's a quick snap judgment of people that have viewed me and now think that I'm something that I'm not. And it makes me think that perhaps I need to work on some things, but by the same token, I am very warm and fuzzy, but you know, I need to smile a little bit more, and definitely when I initially meet people. And I'm in sales, so I do smile a lot, but...
You were nervous, I think.
I was nervous.
I think that when we all talk about our personal life or ourselves or dating, you get kind of bundled up. You get nervous, and nervousness kind of reads as...
Go away.
Stress or tense or go away.
Right. So
you are taking the positive out of this.
Definitely.
Really what they were saying is attractive lady, but not necessarily intimidated. I don't kind of want to hang out with her, though, because she's not smiling. I mean, that's the bottom line. They just wanted to see you smile.
That's totally understandable.
Right? Help me out. So did you guys, obviously, you didn't know when you were watching that tape that you were all going to sit down together?
We assumed at some point it would happen.
Yeah. Really?
I just kind of figured they would put it out there.
Yeah. So you guys all felt perfectly fine being that frank.
Well, we want to help her. She's a nice girl, and we want to see, obviously she's here because she wants to do better for herself. So
right.
We're not doing it out of being mean. We just really care, you know, to help her.
So what would it take for any of you guys to actually go on a date with Jolie?
I think it's, for me personally, and then we all sort of agreed on the fact that just a more welcoming and a softer sort of presentation. One thing that we noticed in the video particularly was, you know, a lack of a smile. It was more of like a stern face or a scowl. And as a matter of fact, we passed each other on the street, and we made eye contact.
I thought so, too.
And the thing that I noticed, the first thing that I recognized, I said, I recognize that scowl. Wait a minute, that's the scowl from the video. And we made definite eye contact, and there was and it was just I'm angry. I just came from a really bad business meeting or something. It was just a projection of sort of, you know.
But lots of times you don't even know you're doing it, do you? I used to get like that whenever I was writing a lot, you know, working on a book. And my mom is the one that said to me, she was watching me work at the desk one day, and she said, "Do you have any idea that you're making a really angry face?" I said, "No idea." But it really helped me to try and make myself more cognizant of it. Steve, what's your take on all this?
Well, I mean, I think this just ties back to what I said at the top of the program here about, you know, it's about projecting a positive attitude. And the fact is that, you know, all the guys agreed that she's a very attractive woman, but it's not that she's intimidating men. She just seems unapproachable because she doesn't look like she wants to be approached.
She's reading it all wrong. It's really as simple as a smile.
I got to be honest with you. I mean, none of you women out there, all of you women that think you're successful corporate women and you intimidate men, let me set you straight. You're not intimidating anybody unless you're wielding an axe, knife, or gun. Okay? It's not what it is. You're just not doing anything to make them want to approach you.
Do you guys have any of the three of you ever really been intimidated by a woman?
I would like to say, because I noticed you said that you owned a house at 24. I do too. I bought my second one at 25. I opened up a business at 26. I don't tell people that when I meet them. That is nothing. I don't say anything about that. I really want to know what they like to do. Just simple things. It's too much.
And not only that, more
strong
importantly,
projector.
actually, what I asked the guys was, you know...
I mean, you just did, but you were trying to make a point.
But I'm making a point. I'm not advertising myself.
And the thing is that I asked all the guys, you know, very clearly, you know, is the fact that she's tall, beautiful, successful, and owns her own home, and comes from a good family, intimidating to you? And they all said very no, they're assets. Those are reasons why I would want to be with her.
Right.
So she thinks that that's pushing men away.
Like her. You're too unapproachable. You show too much negativity in that. That's
you know what it is? I've been burned by guys in the past that were not financially responsible. So for me, I don't ever want that to happen again.
You know, because of what you do, and I do too, when you meet somebody, how they live their life, they say, okay, I like to go out and drink all the time. And usually they'll tell you.
Not
these things
always.
come
But
up.
I think that's
It can
some
be
good
full.
advice.
Yeah.
No, I
Because you're
understand what
very
you're
good
saying
at business.
too. But because you're so weary of finding another one like that,
That's
you
why
may
it's
be
like-
putting too much information out there
Too fast.
for a gentleman that is successful and is grounded. I think he's saying do a little fact find before you bust out
Dates are supposed to be fun,
Yeah, and
not
then-
interrogation.
No, exactly. No, the whole point here is that, they didn't really have an opportunity to converse with her,
Yeah.
whereas I did. And when I was sitting there and I was asking her all these questions, I was more or less asking her to explain why she feels this way about herself. And what I've concluded is that really what she does is she projects sort of the negative aspects of all the past relationships that she's had onto men that she would consider being with now in the future. And if I were to work with her, I would actually spend some time trying to get her to be more open-minded and just receptive to the positive aspects of somebody rather than just rushing right to the negative.
So listen a little more and smile a little more is the bottom line. I mean, she's not that. There's no reason she's going to be happily dating. Carlos, you're very quiet. Is there anything you'd like to add?
Well, I have to apologize. I watched the video now, and we were just watching a video of somebody, and it was very disconnected from a human being. And now here you are in front of me, and I have to say you look great, and you're smiling, so
What a
that's
sweet-
great.
Rachel, I just want to add that, this is a device that we use on Tough Love. And there's 16 women that I've worked with now over 2 seasons that would rush to tell you that, yeah, it hurts, but you used this word earlier, it's very cathartic.
Yes.
And hearing these things about yourself may help you reflect a little bit more and have a little bit more self-awareness as you're going about your life.
No, I think this is fascinating. I think Jolie has handled this beautifully, honestly.
Thank you.
Are you finding this rewarding in some ways?
Definitely.
It's
Thank
not
you.
bad, right? Carlos, you're just a sugar nugget. You're just adorable. So, this is the book, by the way, Crash Course in Love by Steve and Joanne. There it is, right there. I'm going to give you a copy for free. Fell off the truck. And don't forget that Tough Love is on VH1 on Sundays. That's a great thing to check out on Sundays, 8 p.m. Central. And it's Snack of the Day. All this business to take care of. Oh, thank God, a little chocolate for the troops. Brownies from Ellen's Brownies, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Thank you to our neighbors in Jersey. They look delicious, too. Grab a snack or a brownie, and we'll be right back. In a few, the top 5 tips to make you the boss of your turkey this Thanksgiving.